Okay, you guys, so welcome to another episode of Batra Podcast. Today we have a very special friend, very special guest. Known him for about 10 years, Mr. Noman Sadiq. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm very good and thank you for having me.
Of course, excellent, sir. We'll start with your introduction. Let's tell everybody how we know each other, and before that, who are you?
My name is Noman Sadiq. I've been in the financial industry for about 12, 13 years now. And so I was doing mortgages with TD Canada Trust. And then in about 2018, I decided that I want to come out and have an independent broker mortgage license. And I've done that and I've been working in a different offices of different brokerages before that, but just earlier this year opened my own brokerage, Allure Mortgage Group. So yeah, been doing that.
That's a very nice name.
Mm,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Finally. I know that we've known each other through TD.
Yes.
So I met him, my dad used to deal with him. So when I got my license, also in 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
he was the first person I called. And I think you helped me with my first
Yes,
deal as well. So
yes,
that was nice. And we're still working together and still doing business together.
Amazing.
It's great to have your expertise. Whenever we have a question, he's the first guy we call that, hey, this is what's going on. What should we do? Right. So now coming back to yourself,
Mhm.
right now, let's talk a little bit about your mortgage, the Allure company.
Um, we opened this, like I said earlier this year. We have an office in Vancouver. We are looking
Excellent.
for a place in Surrey as well.
Nice.
And eventually, plan is to expand this into different areas.
Right.
We're doing pretty good. We have about six brokers already from March
Wonderful.
till now, and we've been actually meeting a lot of people. A lot of calls are coming.
Right, right.
So I'm pretty sure by end of this year we will have about 20 to 25.
So you are looking for more
Oh yeah,
people
we
to
are,
join
we
your
are
team?
hiring more people.
Excellent.
We're always looking for quality individuals who want to work.
Wonderful. Right.
And we have very experienced people working with us over there. So training is no problem. We can train anyone.
Perfect.
And get them, show them the way
Right.
how they can be successful.
So, guys, what I'm hearing is a top A class, top notch company is looking for more mortgage brokers. So, if you're looking to come into the business or have any questions, want to join a successful team, you should call this guy right here. Okay. So, next thing now, Noman, this is going to put you on the spot a little bit. Do you know roughly how much you have funded year till date this year so far in mortgages?
So personally, me,
Yeah.
I am probably from March till now. I'm sitting on about 25.
Wow.
Yes.
This is when the market started shifting
Yes.
from March till now.
I'm busy.
Wow,
You
that's
know,
awesome, bro.
I'm
That's
busy.
wonderful.
Yes.
Congratulations. So now, since we're talking about the market, just yesterday, we all know the 13th, the news dropped. We were all expecting an interest rate hike by
True.
0.75 basis following
That's
the
what the
Federal
plan
Reserve
is.
and the states.
Yes.
But we got something else, a surprise, right?
Yes.
Our country loves giving us surprises. So we got another surprise, 1%. Just give people a general overview of what that means for people that are currently holding variable mortgages. And second part of this question for people looking to get into the market.
Okay. So interest rate are gonna, you see that they're climbing ever since the last 1 year, I would say.
Right.
And I think they're gonna climb till maybe 2024. They're
Wow.
gonna be high rates.
Okay.
This is what my opinion is.
Right.
Anything can change.
Right.
They wanna, the inflation is going pretty high, so they wanna have to somehow uh, balance the inflation out in this case. And what we're seeing right now is gonna be their plan is to take it to about 2% inflation, and for that they're gonna have to do another 2 years.
Right.
And get everything in balance. Um, what it means for the people who already have mortgages with other banks and variable rates, yes, their rates are going up,
Right.
but most of the banks do not change their payment
Okay.
when the variable interest rate goes up.
That's interesting.
They just change the portion of the interest and the principal.
So, guys, we gotta talk about that a little bit more. I didn't know this.
No.
So that's good information.
Hmm.
So when interest rate hikes happen, the payment does not change.
Most of the banks don't.
Most of the banks, okay.
So Scotia, I know they do.
Okay.
So their payment will change. I know RBC, TD, all these guys don't change their payments. So only the interest and principal portion changes.
That's news to me because so guys, this is why you should work with a broker who's affiliated not with just one bank. So for example, if you go to Starbucks, Starbucks can only sell you Starbucks coffee. They can't sell you what Tim Hortons can sell. So if you go to RBC, RBC can only show you what they offer. But if you go to a broker, they can compare what different banks can provide you and then give you the best solution possible, right?
And to add up, your question was that
Second part.
yes, the
Yeah.
second part. Um, the qualifying rate I haven't seen change yet.
Okay.
So we were qualifying everybody last year. We were qualifying everybody with 4.79. It went up to 5.25.
Right.
Ever since we are seeing this increase, but the qualifying rate didn't change.
Okay.
It's qualifying 5.25, 5.25 till yesterday. What we see in the market. Um, I don't see that is changing much. It's just you cannot qualify people for 7 or 8% and then
Right.
expect them to get a mortgage. It's hard already anyway, right?
Makes sense.
So I think the 5.25 they were qualifying everybody because they were expecting the rate is gonna go up, which is going up
Which is
right
happening.
now.
Yeah.
So the rate they were qualifying everybody with 5.25, they're gonna probably stay around that.
Correct.
Maybe it goes up to 5.5, maybe 5.75, but I don't see it going up to 7% as a qualifying rate.
So what I'm hearing right now, it's not as big of a deal. Yes, of course,
Mhm.
it's going to affect people and affect their pockets, absolutely. But the way media and news is publishing these articles, like this is what's happening, that's what's happening, you shouldn't buy, you shouldn't breathe, you shouldn't live anymore because interest rates went up. That's just a bunch of just media, what media does, right?
It's interest rate. If we look in the history,
Yeah.
in about, let's say, in 90s in Canada,
Yeah.
we're talking about 10-15% interest rate for mortgages.
Right.
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 So interest rate doesn't matter. People were buying at that time. People are still buying it. There's a lot of things that are happening in the market.
Yeah.
So I think it's just when you're ready,
Yeah.
that's when you get into the market.
And I agree with you on that because housing is one of the most basic necessities of
Yes,
life.
it is.
Like if tomorrow, well, it's already happened. Groceries don't cost the same
It
what they
is.
did last year, right? So are you gonna stop eating now because your same bag of whatever you buy, onions or whatever, is costing you $1 more? No, you're
Yes.
gonna still go buy it, right?
Yes.
Same with housing. So you need a roof on your head to live. So housing is like the most basic need. Shelter, right? So like you said, people will. I don't think people will stop buying because there's a lot of new immigration coming up now that the COVID is over, and rental values like oh my goodness,
It is.
there's 2 bedrooms apartment that are renting for $2,800 now,
Yes.
and I was shocked when I saw that
I
myself.
was shocked too when I heard.
Right, one of my friends actually, I was helping them sell their place, and he's like, "How about if I just rent it?" And I'm like, "You're not gonna be able to pay your mortgage if you rent it." He's like, "What, are you kidding me? Somebody just rented same apartment as mine for $2,800 in this building." I'm like, "Holy smokes, man!"
Yeah.
So it's happening, right? So people are paying that because
Oh, yeah.
they need
Oh, yeah.
something on their head. So for these kind of people, especially that are paying higher rent than mortgage, aren't they better off getting a mortgage even with a higher interest rate?
Yes, I see a lot of people are paying $3,500, $4,000 for a detached house,
Right.
and that doesn't make sense.
I know, and
Right
that
now-
isn't that 100% interest?
It is
Right.
basically what they are doing. They're just paying off somebody else's mortgage.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
that person has a, let's say, $1 million mortgage. Payment is 4,000.
Yeah.
You're paying that 4,000 for him.
Exactly.
So it's happening everywhere. There is no wrong time coming into the market. Whenever I just said it, that whenever you're ready, get into the market.
Exactly.
Because that's the right time for you.
Exactly.
Do not look into the market. Do not look into the other person, what they are doing.
Right.
Look at yourself.
And if the payments are affordable based on your
Yes.
lifestyle,
Yes.
then why pay rent?
Start from there. When
Yes.
you are going and meeting any mortgage broker,
Right.
sit down with them, tell them, hey, you know what? This is the payment I'm looking for. What should I go for?
Excellent.
And that's how you start
Structure
a conversation.
everything.
You do not start a conversation that I want to buy this $1.5 million house. Hey,
Right.
can you get this done?
Yeah.
Hey, how much payment you can afford?
Exactly.
First look into that.
Exactly.
Because people can afford only 3,000, they're looking at 1.5. It's not going to happen.
How are they going to pay that,
Yes.
right? And that's when trouble happens, when
Yes.
people don't reverse engineer what they want to do,
Yes.
right? So that's a lot of good information, Omen. Now, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're a busy guy. If people want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
Yeah, just call me at 604-376-9967, or you can drop me an email at nsadiq, SADIQ, at mortgagealliance.com.
Beautiful.
You can search me on Google, Facebook. I'm everywhere. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
Well, we'll sum it up here. Any tips you have for people that are currently panicking about these interest rate hikes?
There's no need to panic. This was meant to happen.
Right.
It's happening, and one day it's gonna go.
Exactly.
So we just gotta go with what the market is doing. It's all over the world. Things are happening. We just gotta understand that this is not a isolated instance.
Right.
So
Right.
it's gonna happen, and
Right.
just wait for a couple of years. Things are gonna go back to normal. But my opinion or my understanding, the normal rates are somewhere around 4% or 3.7.
Average.
So
Yeah.
that should be the norm. Just because lately the rate went down to 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, and everybody is just thinking that's the rate. That's not the rate.
Yeah.
Rate is somewhere around 4%. So
So it's we'll sum it up after this, you guys. So I guess it's all about expectations. So because the rates were shifted because of COVID, so that the economy could carry itself, people started expecting that it will stay here forever. But hey, here's the thing: nothing's forever. Not me, not you. We're all here for a very limited time. So if things work out for you, they're meant to. And if, like you said, there is never a wrong time to, especially buy a house that's going to grow your family and things like that. If you're investing, if you're flipping, scenarios might be different for you,
True.
but housing is a basic need, you guys. No need to panic. He's your guy. Call him and the panic will be gone.
for sure.
Right? Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys.